Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Right, so can you tell us a little about yourself, like your name, what you're studying, and your background?
Okay. My name is John Victor.
Okay,
I'm from Kogi State, but I was born and brought up in Jos,
okay,
Plateau State.
yeah,
I'm studying accounting and I'm in 400 level now.
all right. So tell us about your aspiration in life. Something you're passionate about?
Okay. What would I be passionate about? I guess my passion would be to become a chartered accountant
Okay,
and then to change this idea of accountants, all accountants are liars and stealers. There's this idea that if somebody's an accountant, then he's a thief. So I want to change that notion, that idea, so that people can look at the accounting profession and say, okay, the accounting profession is a place for honest people.
okay. So how do you plan on doing that?
They say change begins with you.
Okay,
So it's just like a magnet. When you keep metal around magnets for some time, eventually that metal begins to act like the magnet. So I believe that any organization that I found myself, when I behave in an honest way as an accountant, other accountants in that organization eventually will start behaving
that way.
that way.
That's
So
true.
as we spread out into different organizations, similarly, they too begin to change the behavior of other accountants around them.
Okay, that's good. So, what drew you to your field of study? Has it always been something you've been passionate about?
Now, originally,
Yes.
I had no idea of anything called accounting. I just had love for calculation. So whenever you go to my secondary school, my primary school, they will look at me as the maths guru. So definitely I wanted to go into the science course. But science also had courses like biology, chemistry, and when you go into anything chemicals, count me out. I will fail it. In
Yes.
fact, there's a chance that my last chemistry result, I got F9 in it. So the other place where was to go into was social science. And then when you go to social science, they will tell you that the place with most calculation is accounting. So
Yeah.
I decided to go into accounting.
Okay. So, Victor, do you play any sport, or is there any extracurricular activity you partake in the school?
Okay. I don't really play any sport in the school,
Okay.
but I do engage in running.
Okay.
Like I go for jogging and then I do board games like chess.
Okay. So, do you have any side hustle that you're doing while being a student of MIU?
Okay. Currently now I don't have a side hustle.
Okay.
But while I was at 200 level and 300 level, I worked as a part-time teacher in a secondary school.
Okay. So, how's your experience teaching in secondary school?
Honestly, one thing I would say it did for me was it improved my public speaking ability. Because to stand in front of a lot of children and teach, it takes a lot of courage.
That's true.
So it improved my public speaking. It also increased my, should I say, knowledge. Because there were things I did not know, but because I have to teach it, I have to go and
to
study
learn,
it.
yes.
Exactly. So it increased my knowledge and it improved my confidence in terms of public speaking.
Okay, that's very good. They say learning continues, right?
Yes, learning
Okay, so what is a normal day like in your life? How do you juggle through things?
Okay. Normal day in my life. Now, I usually have my day planned.
Okay.
It's like a routine for me. Wake up, pray, work out, go to church, come back, cook, head to school after lectures, go back home, read a little, eat, So before I step into any day, I make sure I have that day planned out.
Okay.
Like I know where I should be and what I should be doing by each time of the day. So even as we are not yet in tomorrow, but before tomorrow comes, I already know where I should be by 9 a.m.
Okay.
I know what I should be doing by 12 p.m. I know if I should be doing this or doing that by so time before the day comes.
Okay.
So I just like to plan ahead of my day so I don't step into the day all confused, not knowing what to do.
So what was that thing that keeps you motivated when facing setbacks and resistance?
What keeps me motivated? I would say God is what keeps me motivated,
Okay.
because there have been a lot of times when I'll come across challenges and I've done all I can do, and it just seems as if there's no way out. Then there's this scripture that always pops up every time I'm in a challenge like that. It will say, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will be with you wherever you go. And there's no way God will be in a challenge and that challenge will not be solved.
That's
so
true.
I believe that scripture, and every time that challenge comes and I remember that scripture, I do my best and I leave the rest for God. And truly, God proves himself and settles the challenge for me.
Okay. So, if you could give any advice to the young people who aspire to make change in their community, what would that advice be?
It's just like what I said when you asked me about my passion in life and how I'm going to go about changing the accounting profession. Say change begins with you. So if you are looking to change your community, you should first start by changing yourself. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, you cannot remove the log in your brother's eye when there's one in your own eye. So you need to look at yourself first. We're not perfect. What are those problems around you, those bad behaviors in your own self that you can correct? Correct them, and then when other people come around you without you even doing anything, those people will begin to change. It's like light shining in darkness.
Yes.
Automatically, once that light shines, every other place will begin to shine.
Illuminate. That's true. So, what is one thing you wish people understand more about you?
So, when most people meet me, I don't smile a lot. I don't talk much. So people see me as, this guy, don't talk to him, or he's cold-hearted, he's not the kind of people you
An introvert.
Yes, but that's not true. I just like a small circle. But if you get to know me, you realize I'm actually a talkative.
Okay.
In fact, my friends that are very close to me sometimes will tell me I should keep quiet. I'm talking too much.
Yeah.
So I wish people would see that it's just like I saying, don't judge a book by its cover. So I wish people will not judge me by my cover.
Okay. So you wish people will approach you more, get to know who you are before
Judging.
judging. Okay. So what is your best quote? What is that one quote that you live by?
This one, I got it from my father.
Okay.
Every time he's taking me to school or taking me out, he always say it. He'll say, Victor, be a giver. Givers never lack.
That's true.
And just today I was watching a movie this morning, and a man said something in the movie. He said, be a fountain, not a drain. And what you notice is a fountain is always flowing.
That's true.
And because of that, it never lacks water. But a drain only takes. And because of that, there are times when the drain will be dry.
True.
So in life, be more of a giver. Once you are consistently giving, you don't lack. But someone who's always taking has lack. It's just like if you are giving, you open your hand so you can receive more. But when you are only holding back, the hand is closed.
Yes.
You can't receive anything into it. So that is a quote I live by. Everywhere I go, anywhere I find myself, I try to give people more than I take from them.
Okay. So lastly, tell us, Victor, are you in any relationship? Are you seeing someone? Are you married? Do you have any child? Or
Single Pro Max.
all right then. Thank you for taking your time to
no
be with
problem.
us. Thank you, Victor.